Hello and welcome to the course where you will build your first chatbot for Messenger. Are you excited? You're very close to building your first bot. There's a new tech revolution going on right now and you've just stepped on the train. My name is Jana Bergant and I'm a developer with over 16 years of experience. I'm also an IT instructor teaching people new tech skills. So, your mission here, should you choose to accept it, is to create your first chatbot by the time you finish this course, and in the process learn all that is needed to build a great bot. In the tutorial we'll be building a sample chatbot. Its purpose is only to show you how things work. To get the most out of this course, you can work on this sample bot and also work on your own idea. For the first part of the course, you don't need any programming skills. All you need is to work with me through the videos. I'll be here all the way. If you have any questions, let me know. If something is not clear, let me know. You can contact me via the private messaging or the frequently asked questions, and we'll clear things up. This will also help me and the course to get better. And one more thing, you'll be asked very soon to leave a review. If you're not ready, just skip it. The chatbot ecosystem is still very new and changing rapidly. I'm working hard on making this course as fresh as it can be. In this tutorial, we'll build a chatbot that can answer frequently asked questions and give a job interview. In the process, you'll learn how to teach your chatbot any kind of dialogue. You'll be familiar with concepts like intents, entities, context, and domain. And with this, you'll be able to teach a bot to have any kind of a dialogue with a customer, or with anybody you want. You can even create a bot to speak with your mother-in-law. Just a joke. But you can. And all of this will be done without any programming. So this is how the story goes. We've opened up a store that sells Mac computers and iPhones. This is just a made-up story. And I'm not secretly favoring Macs. I'm not a Mac fan or anything. It's just a story. So let's go back to the story. Our store is in bloom and people keep on asking the same things. Calling us on the phone, sending emails, asking tons of questions on our Facebook page. And this is taking too much of our time. So we've decided to build a chatbot to do this for us. And because we have so much work, we want to hire new salespeople and find a decent accountant. And this is what we'll create. A bot will answer frequent questions for us and take job interviews. And we'll be able to take our time to do other important stuff. Isn't that great? Woohoo! And this is a happy end for the story, and a happy end for you. You'll build an intelligent chatbot that can process language and learn along the way. In the second part of the course, we'll be doing programming. I'll show you how to extract data from the conversation and store it into a database. We'll be calling third-party APIs and much more. You'll be able to teach your bot how to do dialogues with your customers and friends. This will give you competitive advantage. Bots are very new, and as you've heard, some big players like Facebook, Google are betting on bots. And companies like American Express, McDonald's, Hewlett-Packard, and many more are building bots. So let's do it. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome. So, what is a bot? Bots are just simply software that automates things that we do. The type of bots getting the most coverage these days are chatbots. This means you can talk to a bot in your favorite chat app. They can help you find information or get something done in a seamless, automated way simply by typing text-based commands. Just imagine, you type in a Facebook Messenger, "Hey Pizza Hut, send me a large pepperoni pizza," and the pizza shows up at your door 30 minutes later. Wow, how great is that? Businesses have now started building chatbots to engage with their customers or employees through messaging apps. And bots are emerging in time when the app platform appears to be in decline. Statistics show that people spend 80% of time in just 3 apps. And a thing to consider is also that 9 out of the top 10 used apps were made by Google and Facebook. and these giants want people to spend most of their time in their apps. So they're placing big bets on aggregating content and collecting bots to keep the users active and engaged. So if the prediction's done right, chatbots will open a new channel for businesses to reach a large audience. The technology could permanently change the way humans interact with a digital world. Instead of opening a search engine, clicking on a weather site, and looking up your location, a well-designed chatbot would give you an instant, geographically accurate update from a simple text or a click. Imagine if looking up documents for a legal case, scheduling your team's monthly meetings, or providing accurate feedback to a customer was that easy. So what do we need to build a chatbot? In order to create a modern chatbot, you'll need to build a pretty complicated backend that will take advantage of concepts like data mining, machine learning, and natural language processing. Oh my god, did I scare you? Ha! Just checking if you're still with me. Don't get scared. This kind of backends already exist, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but instead just use one of the existing ones. Some of the most popular bot engines are ap.ai, with.ai, motion.ai, OnSQL, Chatfuel, Botsify, ManyChat. Market is fresh and vibrant, so there are new players coming up. Bot engines provide you with all machine learning and natural language processing you'll need. Actually, they do all the heavy lifting for you. In this course, we'll use an ap.ai because of its intuitive interface and because it's the most popular among developers and companies. ap.ai has a lot of very useful features and gives you an option to build your own chatbot completely without programming. So these are chatbots and chatbot engines. Let's see in the next video how chatbots work behind the scenes. See you soon! Hi and welcome! In this video we'll talk about the chatbot architecture. We'll see how chatbot works behind the scenes and how we use a chatbot engine. A typical chatbot architecture consists of a bot engine, your own backend web application, and a chat platform. So a user would enter a message via the chat platform, for example on Facebook Messenger, and this message would go through your own web application where you would validate it. If everything is okay, the message would be sent to the bot engine, such as ap.ai. Bot engine would use techniques like natural language processing and machine learning to form a response that is the message to the user. This would be sent back to your server where you would validate it and do the app logic. And then you would send it back to the user via chat platform. The benefit of using your own server is that you could also communicate with other web services, other APIs, or with your own database to store data from the user input or provide additional content for the user, such as list of your products, their images, and so on. Plenty of options. This kind of architecture requires you that you program your own backend that would be a middleman between the bot engine and the chat platform. But as we said in this course, you will learn how to build a chatbot without programming. So you won't need to build your own backend. In this case, the architecture will look like this. So this time user types a message on chat platform and the message is sent straight to chatbot engine. Then the bot engine validates the request and determines what the answer should be and sends it back to the chat platform. This way it's easier and faster to build yourself a chatbot, but on the other hand, this kind of bot is also limited. This is something you have to keep in mind. And yet we can still build some pretty amazing chatbots. So, what do you need before you start? What you'll need is a Facebook developer's account and an ap.ai account. Don't worry, they are both free. We need a Facebook developer's account so that we can create a Facebook application that will help us to connect ap.ai to Facebook. And ap.ai is a chatbot engine that provides to developers and companies advanced tools for chatbots and other conversational interfaces. So in other words, it gives the knowledge to our bots so they can speak. I'll show you in the later video how they do this. Okay, and this is it. So before you go to the next video, go ahead and register as a Facebook developer and set up an account at ap.ai. You can click on the link in the resources. Let's go! See you soon! Hello and welcome back. Are you ready? Are you registered as a Facebook developer and have an api.ai account? Okay, great. Every messenger bot needs its own Facebook page, which is basically its profile. Without the page, it can't use the messenger. So this is a must-do. We need to create a Facebook page. So go to the link provided in the resources and create a Facebook page. Okay. So here is the Create Facebook Page link, and what we'll need to do first is select a page type. For example, entertainment. You can choose something else if you want. And now choose a category. I'll choose fictional character. And don't worry, you can change category later if you want. Now add a name. I'll write Smart Babe and you must choose something different. One important note here, don't use non-English characters in your page name. If you use characters that are not in the English alphabet, your bot won't work. The problem is that Facebook puts the characters into URL. And now click on the Get Started button. Now let's go through the wizard to set up a page. Write something about the page. I'll say, a smart bot that tells you quotes from smart people, and save info. Now let's add a profile picture. I have a sample picture here. It's a free image I found on the internet. So I'll upload it. Wait a minute. Save photo, and I'll add it to favorite so I have a quick link. And last, I'll skip this part for now. Okay, here we go. We have the page ready. What you can do before we move on is to add a cover photo that is here, and add a description here, add a website if you have one, and contact info. You can play around and make this page as compelling for your visitors as you can. And then we can move on and make next steps in creating a bot. See you in the next video! Hello and welcome back. You have the Facebook page for the bot ready and you are now ready to move on. So let's create a Facebook application. While creating a Facebook page is nothing new for some of you, but most of you have not yet created a Facebook application yet. So what is a Facebook application? It's basically a tool that helps you connect some third-party service or your web server to Facebook. It's mostly used by programmers. For example, if you're building a web or mobile app and want to have Facebook login in it, you have to create a Facebook application in order to communicate with Facebook servers. We will not program anything, but we will still use a third-party tool. That is a bot engine called api.ai. So we have to create a Facebook application in order to connect api.ai to our Facebook bot page. Let's do it. Important, you have to have a Facebook developer account enabled. If you don't have it yet, go to the link in the resources and enable it. Then go to the Facebook developer page, click on the My Apps, that's in the top right, and select Add a new application. Type in a name of your bot, in my case, Smart Babe. Add your contact email. I'll type in mine and you type in yours. Okay? And now click on Create App ID. So here is a security checkup. It's like CAPTCHA. And now we have to wait a minute. Okay, now we have created a Facebook application. Great job! We'll get back to it later. Leave this page open. And follow me in the next video. Hello and welcome back. Now you have a Facebook page and a Facebook application, and we can move on to the next step, that is API.ai setup. To do this, you need an account at the API.ai. If you don't have one, create it now. Link is in the resources. And in the meantime, let me tell you what API.ai is. API.ai provides developers and companies with the advanced tools they need to build conversational user interfaces for apps and hardware devices. It enables our bots to recognize what we say and provide accurate response. It has a built-in speech recognition, so you can speak to it. And just for the record, Chrome browser already supports speech recognition. The next thing it does, it processes the language, it recognizes the user intent, the meaning of the text, and helps you manage the responses. And it's free for up to 6,000 queries per month. That's great. Okay. I have a Facebook app tab open. You can leave it open too, we'll need it. So let's set up a bot engine. Do the following. Click on the Create New Agent. Add a name to the agent, SmartBabe in my case. Language English. And the default time zone. Select your time zone. Mine is Central European Time. Now click Save. So what have we done? Agent corresponds to application. It's basically the same thing. We will train and test an agent and integrate it with a Facebook app. And how do we do that? And click on the Integrations tab. Enable Facebook Messenger. Like this. And now we have to wait. And here we have the callback URL for the Facebook application. This is the URL Facebook application will call each time somebody speaks to a bot. Woohoo! And now we have both API.ai agent and Facebook app created. The next step is to connect them. We'll do this in the next video. Follow me! Hello and welcome back. So now we have the Facebook app created and we've created the agent in the API.ai. Let's connect them together so they will know how to communicate. Leave your API.ai tab open and go back to Facebook app tab. On your Facebook app site, do the following. Click on the Add Product in the left sidebar and find Messenger. Customize the way you interact with people. Click Setup. Now scroll down to Token Generation. Under Page, select your Facebook page that you've created at the beginning of the course. Some pop-up window will appear to approve the connection. We won't submit for the review yet, so continue as Jana. Click OK. As you can now see, a page access token was created. This is one of the things your API.ai agent needs. Go back to API.ai tab and paste this token into the page access token field. Don't click anything else, just paste it here for now. What we'll do now is add a verify token. This is a thing you have to make up on your own. It's basically a long, unique password. A good token can be a random words together. I'll write something like a long string for SmartBabe3. Don't use this token, make up your own. Both API.ai and Facebook have to have the same verify token. This is the important part. This is a token they will use to verify the requests. Now go back to Facebook tab and click on the Setup webhook. A new window will open. In this window you have the same two fields as you have in the API.ai settings. First we'll copy the verify token we have in the clipboard. So copy it here and we'll subscribe the webhook to all events. So check them like this and go back to API.ai. And here we have the URL that Facebook will call. This is the important part. This is where the communication will take place. Facebook will call this URL and get a response from ap.ai. So we need to copy it to Facebook. So copy here, go back to Facebook, okay, paste it here, and we can now go back to ap.ai and start the bot. Click the start button, wait a minute, and woohoo! Bot was started. So the callback URL is now active. We can go back to Facebook and finish the webhook. Go back and click the verify and save. Facebook will now call the callback URL and see if the URL response is okay, if the verified tokens match. And yes, it works. We have one more step left. Scroll down. We need to select a page to subscribe a webhook to the page events. So I'll choose Smart Babe and you select your page. Okay? Like this. And we actually don't need to be subscribed to all events. We don't need message deliveries and postbacks. All we need is messages. We only want Facebook to call the callback URL when somebody posts a new message to Messenger. Then Facebook should call the ap.ai. And yes, the connection between ap.ai agent and the Facebook app is now made. Woohoo! You did it! Now we can train our new agent. Follow me to the next video. Hello and welcome back. We've now connected Facebook app and ap.ai. Great job! We can now train the ap.ai agent. Let's set up a first conversation that our bot will have via the Facebook Messenger. So go back to ap.ai tab and click on Intents, that's in the left sidebar, and create a new intent. In the user says, add tell me something smart. Tell me something smart. We can now change the name to smart-thing. Now we'll add an action. An action corresponds to the step your application will take when a specific intent has been triggered by a user input. So an intent triggers an action. Actions can have parameters for extracting information from the user input. For this demo, we won't search for any additional info. But we'll add this later. This is really cool, you'll see. And it's not even that hard. So let's do it. I'll write action to smart-thing. You can write the same or something else. But don't use spaces. And now we'll add a speech response. Okay, this is a smart thing. This is a smart thing. So this is the response from the bot. This is what the bot will write back. And now you can click Save. That's a button in the top. Now we are ready to speak to the bot. Let's do this. In the right sidebar, you can try out your bot. Write, tell me a smart thing. And see what happens. And here it is. Speech response, okay, this is a smart thing. Woohoo! And we can see that even if the question is not exactly the same, ap.ai recognizes it and sees that it's the same intent. Way to go, ap.ai! And what we can also see is the JSON that will be sent to Facebook. We can see the resolved query and the speech being sent. The parameters and the context are empty. We'll learn how to use them later. So woohoo! You've just had your first chat with your bot. Well, this was just a test conversation on ap.ai. We want to have a real conversation on Facebook Messenger. So go to your Facebook page. That's a page note application. Click on Message and write a message to your bot. Again, tell me something smart. And it works. Great! See you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. So what do we want to do now? In this video we are going to learn how to train the bot to answer questions instead of us. So this is the story. We've opened a shop that sells Apple computers and phones. And now our phone keeps on ringing and our mail is spammed with user questions. Day after day answering the same questions over and over again. What we'll do is train our newly created bot to answer the questions for us. Wow, won't that be great? We'll have much more time to do the things that are important. And we can do this with what we know so far, so with intents. Okay, create an intent. Just click the plus sign. And let's start with the first question. So what we hear frequently is, can I use apps from the Mac App Store on more than one computer? Use apps from the Mac App Store on more than one computer. So we'll enter this as user says. And we need to name the intent. I'll call it fuck-app-more-devices. And I'll call the action fuck-add-devices. And now we can add a response. I'll write, apps from the Mac App Store may be used on any Macs that you own or control for your personal use. Apps from the Mac App Store may be used on any Macs that you own or control for your personal use. Okay, but what about the similar questions? Users also ask things like, on what devices can I use the app I downloaded? What we can do is add all similar questions, and they will trigger the same action. So let's add a question. On what devices can I use the app I downloaded? And also, can I use an app on all of my devices? Use an app on all of my devices. As you can see, I'm adding questions that have the same meaning. The more questions with the same meaning you add, the more likely it will be that api.ai will recognize the user has the same intent. Okay. Save the intent. So let's try it out. Here on the right side you can type a question. Let's type, can I have app on all of my devices? Can I have app on all my devices? And yes, the bot recognizes the question even if it's not the perfect match. What we can also do is add different responses so that the bot is more human-like. We don't always answer the same way. So we can write, you can use the app from Mac Store on any device you have, no problem. The app from Mac Store on any Mac devices you have, no problem. And in the same manner, we can add all frequently asked questions. So let's add another one. Save the intent first, here, and then click on the plus sign. We'll add an intent name, and it will be fuck-delivery-time. Now ask the question, When will my Mac be delivered? My Mac be delivered. And I have few more questions. When is the delivery time? When is the delivery time? And when will you deliver the headphones I order? When will you deliver the headphones I ordered? The more questions with the same intent you add, the better AP.ai can figure out it's the same intent. Okay. Action can be fac-delivery. And the response? The expected time of delivery is 3 workdays after the payment received. Expected time of delivery is 3 workdays after the payment received. And another response. We give it our best and deliver the goods in 3 workdays or sooner. Give it our best and deliver the goods in 3 workdays or sooner. Now save the intent and try the bot out. Write the question. When will iPhone get delivered? And when can I expect my new Mac? When can I expect my new Mac? And it works perfectly. Now pause the video and add your frequently asked questions. The questions your bot will answer. I will also add a few. And here I am. I added a few questions. So let's move on and make our bot even smarter. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. In this video we'll test our new chatbot and make it a bit smarter. So how do we test a bot? Well, simple. We talk to it and we give it as much questions as possible. And even better, we'll ask colleagues and friends to give as many as possible questions. Someone else might think of a question we never considered possible, or would ask a question in a way we never imagined. So, how do we do this? Well, we can simply add our friends and colleagues to be testers for our Facebook app, and this will enable them to speak to the bot. Right now, Facebook page is public, but if your friends type a message, they'll get no answer. Let's try this. I have another account here. My friend was so nice to give me her password. So this is my Smart Babe page. Click the message. And I'll type, tell me something smart. And what? No answer, as we said. So let's go to developer's account. In our app, click the roles and click Add Testers, like this. And find your friend by their name, username or Facebook ID. So okay, I'll add my friend, like this. Now it should work. So again, I'll go back to my friend's Facebook and write again, tell me something smart. And woohoo! Bot now speaks to me. So I'll write a few questions like, do I need a serial number for the app? And okay, looks fine. Can I use a gift card to buy from Mac App Store? And looks fine. And now, how long must I wait for a Mac? And what? Yes, you can re-download apps from Mac App Store. This looks like an odd answer. This is very weird. So, what happened to our bot? Did it get crazy or what? And the answer is no. Bot did not get crazy. It just did not recognize the question. Well, this is not okay. We must teach our bot to recognize this question as a delivery question. This is what we can do in the Training tab. So click on the Training tab. Currently training is still in beta version, but nevertheless is still a very powerful tool. It helps to help your agent, that is bot, to improve. So how does it work? The training tool is designed to review conversation with your agent and use them to improve the classification accuracy. The more of the relevant and diverse examples you add to the intents, the better classification results you'll get from your agent. So, basically we can view where your bot got it wrong and show him or her how to do better. So click on History. What we can see here is all the history of chats that happened with our bot. Well, in our demo case, that was just me talking to the bot. So, can you see the exclamation marks here? These are a sign that these are unmatched inputs. So AP.ai was not able to find intents for them. You can assign unmatched inputs to intents in two ways. You can add inputs to one of the existing intents, or you can create a new intent with this input. So let's go back to training. And we can pick the last conversation, the one I just had with the bot. So it looks like the bot took an answer from the FAQ redownload intent. So let's fix this up. What we can do is manually select the right intent, that is FAQ delivery time, like this. And we can see the green check mark now. This means that the bot was trained. It means that the input will be added to the assigned intent. And now we can improve the training. Now let's go to the intent and find the FAQ delivery time intent and open it. What we can see is that the sentence, "How long must I wait for a Mac?" was added to the user says. Great! Now the bot will be even more accurate. Simple, huh? So this is how we train the bot. What you can do while training is fixing the wrong or unmatched intents like with it, and you can add examples to the intents like with it. I will include a link to documentation in the resource. Be sure to check it out. So this is it. In this video, you've learned how to test a bot, how to add testers, and how to train your chatbot. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. In this video, we'll train the bot to take job interviews. Our store is in bloom and we're looking for new salespeople. And we need a good accountant. We know many people will apply, so we'll use a bot to gather the basic info. We can then decide who we want to talk to in person. So, let's do it. First, we need to tell the bot what kind of jobs are available. We'll use the entities for that. So, what are entities? In the documentation we can read: entities are objects that are often specific to a domain as a means of mapping natural language phrases to the canonical phases that capture their meaning. And what does this mean? You can think of entities as a helper with intents. These are the words you want AP.ai to watch for and remember. So let's add job vacancies. Name the entity job vacancy. First, we'll add an accountant. So accountant, and we can add synonyms. People might also enter a bookkeeper. And now let's add shop assistant. Shop assistant and the synonyms. So, what can they be? People might also enter sales, salesperson, sales rep, sales representative, and shop boy, shop girl. So these are all I can remember. Now save. And we are now ready to add an intent. Add one. And let's name it simply job. I'll add a few questions people might ask, like this. Is there a job vacancy in your store? Is there a job vacancy in your store? And also, do you have a job opening? Do you have job opening? And are you looking for new employees? You looking for new employees? And they may also ask, I'm looking for a career opportunity. Looking for a career opportunity. Or, can I start a new career in your company? Can I start a new career in your company? The action will simply be job enquiry. And the response can be, we are currently looking for new staff. We need an assistant in our store, and we are looking for an accountant. Are you interested? For what position would you like to apply? And another one. You've come at the right time. We are just looking for new sales assistants, and we need a good accountant. Would you like to apply? Okay, and what we can do now is make it easier for our users and provide them with a quick replies so they can quickly select the job they want. What we'll do is add new message content and select quick replies, like this. Now we'll add an accountant and then sales assistant and not interested. Now save the intent and try it out. Let's try it here first in the ap.ai. Right. Do you have a job vacancy? And here we have the reply, but no quick replies. So what's happening? Not to worry. If you look at the JSON here under the fulfillment, you'll see that the messages are in the JSON structure. Here you see messages. First is the text, so speech, and then array of messages. So let's go to Messenger and try it here. Do you have a job vacancy right now? And yes, it works. But what now? What if people apply? Let's take a short break and see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. So what's next? Well, we need to train our bot to make a simple interview for the job. So let's do it. what we need to do is build a dialog, and we'll build it using the contexts. So, what is a context? Well, we create a context to create what the user and agent have been speaking about. Without context, each sentence would be completely isolated from the one before it. So a context is a powerful tool that can help to create dialogues. When a dialogue is created, it's usually the case that many branches of conversation are possible. Therefore, intents in the agent should be designed so that they follow each other in the correct order during a conversation. The best way to demonstrate how this works is to build a conversation together, step by step. So, our dialogue will look like this. If a user asks for job vacancies, it is asked if he or she wants to apply. If they say yes, then they need to fill in some details. And if they say no, we just say come back later. It will be a very simple dialogue. But when you know the basics, you can then go and build more complex dialogues with several branches and options. So let's do it. First, we need to set the outgoing context for the intent job. So here at the top, we click on the contexts and set the output context to be job. And now we can set up the next step. So let's first say that the user says that he or she is interested and wants to apply. So save here, and now we need to create a new intent. This will be a job application intent. So click the plus sign and set the name to be job-apply. It needs to be named in a way you will know what it is meant by it, even if the next time you log in is half a year from now. So OK. Now add context. So the in context will be job because the previous conversation was job. And we will set the outgoing context to be job application. This is where we'll gather the information from the user. So let's add a few sentences user might say, like I want to apply for an accountant. I want to apply for an accountant. As you can see, accountant is highlighted. Click on it and make sure the job vacancy is selected. And yes, AP.ai is smart and knows that this is on the entities we defined before. This will now also be stored as a parameter. So let's add a few more sentences, like I'm interested in a sales job. Interested in a sales job. And sales again needs to be job vacancy. And one more. Please take my application for a sales assistant. So please take my application for a sales assistant. And again, it needs to be job vacancy. And add one more. Yes, as an accountant. Yes, as an accountant. And one more. I want to apply now. So this time the user does not tell us what job they want to apply to. We'll resolve this later. And another one. Yes, I'm interested. And finally just yes. Okay, enough for now. Now we will set the action to be taken. I'll call it job-application. And I'll add a parameter. So, job vacancy. Select the entity. And it's required. I really need to know to what position user will apply. That is important information. If the user forgets to write the job position, we need to ask him or her. So enter prompts in here. I'll write, for what position do you want to apply? What position do you want to apply. And what job are you interested in? What job are you interested in? And now let's add a speech response. We'll start collecting information. Great. I'll need some information. Write OK when you're ready. And OK, let me write out some details. Write OK when you're ready. So the outgoing context is job application. Let's go and create a new intent. And first save this one. Click the plus sign. And name this one job-application-details. Now let's add a context. The incoming context will be job application. And delete the outgoing context. This will be the end of the dialog. So user will enter OK. Now we can define action and the parameters. So the action name can be detailed-application. And let's add parameters. First one will be name. So the name will be user-name. And the entity is sys.any. And let's make it required. Now enter prompts. Can you write your name? And tell me your name. Great. You might be wondering, why didn't I select entity sys.given-name? Well, the thing is that ap.ai only has a limited list of names it can recognize, only the most popular ones. So if you are a foreigner like me, your name might not be recognized. Now imagine building a bot that does not want to recruit anybody that doesn't have an English last name or name. Not good. So we choose sys.any. And that is why anything user answers will be stored in a username parameter. Okay? So what's next? Well, I want to know what was their last position. What was their last job? So I'll add another parameter and I'll call it previous-job. The entity will again be sys.any. Well, because they could be working in a totally different field or are looking for their first job, so they can enter basically anything. And let's make it required. And add a prompt. What is your current job position? And where are you working now? And what is your current job title? Okay, great. Let's move on. Well, what I also want to know is the years of experience they have in the field. So I'll add another parameter and I'll call it years-of-experience. The entity will be sys.any again. Again, if a user enters none or lots of experience. We don't want our bot to go crazy and ask him a million times the same question. And again, it will be required. And here are the prompts. How many years of experience do you have? And tell me how many years of experience in the field do you have? I'll also collect the phone number. So name will be phone-number an entity sys.any. Sys.any is for the same reason as before, and again it will be required. So here are the prompts. Tell me your phone number, and at what number can we reach you? Can we reach you? And another one. Can you give me your phone number so we can call you? Can you give me your phone number so we can call you? Okay, this is it for the time being. Simple, huh? And now finish this off. Let's write a speech response. Thank you, $, user-name for your application. My boss will call you ASAP. Have a great day. As you can see, we can simply use parameters in the speech response. To display the parameter, you just add a $sign in front of the parameter name. Simple. But how do we write the name of a job vacancy? It's a little different for the parameters from the previous contexts. In this case, we need to write them with a hash. So the hash, the name of the context, and the parameter. So in our case, it would be dash job application dot job dash vacancy. So let's do it. Your application for the job dash job application dot job vacancy will be processed as soon as possible. We'll contact you shortly. And now we can save the intent. And this is it. What we need to do now is to see if it all works as we planned. Let's take a short break and see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. Okay, we did it. We set up a dialog for the job interview. Let's try it out. Here in the right we can test our new bot. So let's do it. I'll write, is there a job opening in your store? And yes, here it is. The response is, we are currently looking for new staff, and so on. And we can also see the context is set to the job. The intent is job, and action, job inquiry, the way we set it up. We can also see the response API that AI generates. Result query is our question. Action is job inquiry. We did not set any parameters. The context is job, and the lifespan of a context is 5. All contexts have a very important property, lifespan. By default, the lifespan value is set to 5. It means that the context will last for the next 5 matched intents. So if you have different input-output contexts in each of the following intents, all of them will be collected in the next 5 stages of the dialog, like a chain of contexts. You can set different lifespan of a context. So for example, in the intent job apply, you could set the job application context to only have one lifespan. But that would mean that the context will be deleted after one question, and you won't be able to get all the details. So we'll leave it to be 5. In the fulfillment, we have the speech response. Status is 200, and that means that all is okay. This JSON is what Facebook will receive. So let's move on. Let's say that we are interested, but we are quick and forget to write for what job we want to apply. I'll write, yes, I want to apply. And we can see that AP.ai knows we did not write the job title. So it will give us one of the prompts we set. So let's say I want to apply as a bookkeeper. And it will recognize the bookkeeper word. Why? Well, because we set it as a synonym to accountant in the job vacancy entity. Great. We can now enter OK to continue. And bot wants our name. So we can write out our name. I'll write Jana Bergant. Now if we scroll down, we can see the job application details intent is executed. And we are missing the parameter previous job. Action is detailed application. And we can see the parameter username is already set. Great. And if we look at the JSON, we can also see the parameters. And what is also new is the contexts. We can see all the contexts that are still alive. And we can see their lifespan. So let's move on. So my previous job was bookkeeper at bookkeeper and company. And I have 5 years of experience. And last, we need to enter a phone number. So this is mine. Hit OK. And we're done. Our application is finished. But what would happen if we did not want to apply? What if there is nothing interesting for us? Or what if we want to think it over? Let's go over that scenario in the next video. See you soon! Hello and welcome back. So we have the conversation going with our bot. And all is okay if a user wants to apply for a job. But what would happen if the user is not interested? Or has no time to apply now and would like to apply later? Well, in that case we don't want to go to the intent job application details. What we'll do is add another intent. And that will be for the case user won't apply for the job right now. So okay, click the plus sign and call the intent no-job-apply. The incoming context will be job, and the outgoing none. Well, because we want to finish the dialog here. So if the user won't apply to a job, it might enter no, or not right now, or I won't apply, or nothing interesting, or I'll apply later, or maybe later, or not interested right now, or none. Now let's see the action. Let's call it no-job-apply. We need to collect no parameters. So we'll just add a response. And I'll write, no problem, talk to me again, and if we have some more job openings, I'll let you know. And here's another one. Okay, we can talk another time. Now hit save to save the intent. And let's try our bot out. I'll write give me job openings. And not interested. And okay, it works. Great, see you soon! Hello and welcome back. In this video I will take a look at rich messages. Woohoo! More support for better bots from ap.ai. ap.ai supports rich messages out of the box from November 2016. So, all intents can now return more than one response, and these responses are not just text, but also images, cards, quick replies, and custom payloads. So, let's play around and try different responses. We'll try them out in this video. So, ap.ai has a good documentation. Here, link is in the resources. So, I'll go and create a new intent now. I'll call it Surprise Me. This will just be a test intent where we can play. In the user says, I'll write Surprise Me. No action. And then go to Responses. Here you can see two tabs. One is default and the other is Facebook Messenger. They both offer different messages. So if you click Add Message Content, when you're in the default tab, then you get text response and custom payload. But if you switch to Facebook Messenger, you get more options. So click the button. As you can see, we have more options. We'll take a look at them in this video. But don't worry, if you want to build a bot for any other chat platform, more options are available. Just click the plus sign here. Here you currently have actions on Google, Slack, Telegram, Kik, Viber, and Skype. So okay, let's focus on Facebook. Click on the Add Message Content and add text response. In the text, we'll write Here you go. Okay, well, our bot will now go crazy and send flowers to our visitors. So how can we add images? We cannot upload image to ap.ai. We must have it stored somewhere else. You can search for free image hosting, put it on Google Cloud, whatever. For this demo, I'll just find one from Google. We won't actually use this image in real bot. We would need to buy the image, but for this demo it will do. So go to Google, write flowers, and click on the images. Like this. Oh, I love roses. I'll select this. Right click and copy image address. Like this. Now go to ap.ai, to intent and speech responses. Add message content and select image. Now enter image URL. Here it is. Beautiful roses for you. And yeah, they're really beautiful. Okay, now scroll up and save the intent. We can go to Messenger and type Surprise Me. And woohoo! I've got the flowers, I've got the roses. Great, this works. So what more can we have? So a very useful feature is quick replies. This saves our user time when choosing between known options. Once a quick reply is clicked, they will be removed from chat, so the user can choose only one option. That is the difference between buttons. Quick replies will vanish once tapped, and buttons won't. Okay? So let's go back to ap.ai, here, and click on the Add Message Content. Then choose Quick Replies. We'll ask the user, what do you prefer? We'll write 4 options. Be happy, be beautiful, and then be smart, and be rich. And we'll let the user decide. Ha! Only one can be chosen. Now save the intent. And here in the right, in the try now, I'll type Surprise Me. So nothing happens. Well, we need to choose Facebook Messenger here. Like this. And here they are. Let's see JSON. Scroll to Fulfillment. And here we have messages. Text is of type 0. Image is of type 3. And quick replies are of type 2. Good. Let's try it in the Messenger. So go to Messenger. Enter Surprise Me. Wait a minute. And here I have it. So what to choose? Well, I know my answer. Now, what about yours? Okay. And here's one more thing that we'll look at. And these are so-called cards. These cards are simplified generic template from Facebook. Look at the documentation here. Link is in the resources. Cards in ap.ai contain the same elements as generic template except default action. Also, the buttons in ap.ai are limited. But we'll take a look at how to solve this problem a little bit later. First, let's see what ap.ai offers out of the box. Let's add the first card. Add message content and select a card. We'll add an image first. So in reality, you would put an image to a server. Image would need to have ratio 1.91 to 1. So it would display better. But for the demo purpose, we'll just use one from Google. So let's go back to Google and let's look for Christmas gifts. Click on images and select this one. Copy image address. Now go back to ap.ai and paste it here. The title will be Gift Number 1 and subtitle Something Cool for You. And the button Get Present with the URL to Google. If you add a post back here, then you would need to handle it. And that would need to be done in a custom application. And in the custom application, you have lots of options. But we'll see how to do that in the second part of the course. For now, we'll add an URL. For Google is good for now. Now save the intent. Go to Messenger and type surprise me. And wait a minute. So what happened here? We have a text and an image card, but no quick replies. Why is that? Do you know? Well, we said that quick replies are gone once you hit one reply. The same thing happens if you type something else or add any other content. They are gone when something else happens. So what we'll do is put them last. So let's go back to ap.ai and drag card above the quick replies. Now save again. Go back to Messenger and type surprise me and wait. Here we have them. And now something cool. If you add more than one card into a reply, Facebook will show them as a carousel. And that looks far more friendly than one after another. So let's add another one, another gift. So add message content and card. Now move it after the first card. And then again go to Google. Select an image, another gift. Click the image, copy address, and paste it to ap.ai, like this. Now add a title, gift number 2, and subtitle, another gift for you. And the button, get the gift, and URL, again http google.com. Okay. This is it. Now save it. Up here. So here. Like this. Go to Messenger and again surprise me. And woohoo! We have a carousel. That's cool. Right, left, right, left. We can make lots of things without doing any programming at all. And I bet things at ap.ai will evolve soon. And when it does, I'll let you know. So let's take a short break now. Play around some more before you watch the next video. This is your playground. So see you soon. Hello and welcome back. So okay. What if we wanted to have 2 or 3 buttons? What would we do then? Well, we can add custom payload. Let's do it. Click Add Message Content and select Custom Payload. If you add custom payload, you need to know what you're doing. You cannot just add stuff in here. As you can see, this is JSON code for Facebook. In here we'll add our code. So what we can do is send a generic template. Here in the documentation we have a sample. Let's review it. We have the title, item URL, image, subtitle, default action, and 2 buttons. One with the URL and one with the postback. So I'll copy the part with the attachment. Be careful here to copy the whole attachment object. Parentheses must match. And copy to ap.ai in the Facebook's attachment. Now we can see an error here, so repair it. It's a string. Same here. And for this demo we won't be using a view. So I'll delete this part, Messenger extensions, and extra settings. Like this. And if you want to use Messenger extension, that is view, the important thing to remember is that URL you're using should be whitelisted. Find the link in the resources. Let's change the image. I'll again select one from the Google and replace the old one. To have more buttons, you can just duplicate the object in this array. So I'll duplicate it. So select everything in the curly braces. This is a button. And duplicate it. Now I'll change the title to another link. So another link. And I'll change the URL to Yahoo. Now save. And go to Messenger. Type surprise me. Like this. And here it is, a card with 3 buttons. And we can also add a button that will trigger a phone call. So where and how? Well, let's check the documentation. Click the message button's reference, here under the button object. And here we can see all types of buttons that are available to us in Facebook. So URL and postback, and then call, share, and buy. We'll use the call button. This one is not available with the ap.ai buttons. Okay, click on it. And here we have the sample. We can copy the sample and paste it in the ap.ai. What you would do is change the text and change the number. Simple. But you need to know how, and that's why we have the documentation. Not try and error. Read the documentation first. I'll replace the last button, like this. Okay, talks cheap. Let's save the intent. Wait. And go to Messenger. Surprise me. And here we go. We can call the representative now, like this. And one more thing to remember. You can add up to 3 buttons, not 4 and 5. This is also something to remember. So in this video we have used all the rich media we can add to our bot. And yes, we are visual people. Many people react better to images, buttons than to plain text. So when deciding how to represent the information for your user, have this in mind. And keep it simple. Bots need to be simple and useful for our users. If bots will not be usable, no one will use it. So you know the KISS method. Do you know what it is? Keep it super simple. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye! Hi and welcome back. The last thing to learn, but a very exciting feature, is domains. Domains are pre-made knowledge packages on ap.ai. For example, instead of creating your own intent and entities for weather info, you can use a weather domain which is already made and fully functional. So click on Domains in the left sidebar, and you can see a list of knowledge packages that you can add to your bot and make it much more useful. ap.ai has lots of pre-made packages. Just look at all of this knowledge. This is a very powerful tool, but be warned, Don't go crazy and make a bot that will know how to do a million things. Your goal is to make a bot that will be really smart at helping you or your customers achieve the desired result. In our case, that is answer frequently asked questions and have job interviews. So for the demo purposes, turn on these domains: small talk and wisdom. Now let's try it out in Messenger. So go to Messenger and open the conversation with your bot. Now write, "You're so sweet." Oh, wow, isn't this nice? And now let's ask the bot, who was Albert Einstein? And yes, this is true. Albert Einstein was a theoretical physicist. So, our bot is really smart now. But again, don't go crazy. Just build a bot that will make someone's life better and help him or her achieve goals faster. See you in the next video. Hi and welcome back. In this video, we'll take a look at the knowledge that is already available in the ap.ai. So, in time of recording this course, ap.ai was using domains to add knowledge to the bot. In May 2017, ap.ai is switching to Prebuilt agents. So, what are they? Well, Prebuilt agents are pre-made knowledge packages on ap.ai. For example, instead of creating your own entities and intents for navigation system, you can use Navigation Agent, which is already made and fully functional. So in short, Prebuilt agents are a collection of agents developed by ap.ai team. Before, this knowledge was stored in the domains, and now ap.ai is switching to Prebuilt agents. If you'd still like to see old videos about domains, you can go to Archive and look at the old video. But now let's focus on the Prebuilt agents. So here in the ap.ai, click Prebuilt agents, here in the left menu. And here they are. Prebuilt agents, like all our own intents, transform user input in natural language into actionable data. To say this in a simple term, it helps us realize what the user wants and what action do we, that is the bot, need to do. You can search the agents by keywords related to your desired use case. So let's say navigation. Click on the card of a specific agent for more information and examples. Like this. And here we see some of the user inputs the agent will be able to process, like how do I get to Central Park, or when will we arrive home. Let's try it out. I'll click on the import here. Importing your agent. So what did this do? Well, the intents from the agents were not imported directly to our agent, thank God. That might create a big mess in our agent. What it did was create a new agent that we can look at, change, modify and shape to our needs. So proceed to agent. Click here and now select an intent. Let's check the last one. Navigation turn, like this. When should I turn left? When is the next turn? Here are some examples of the user say. And the optional parameter is turn direction. Action is navigation turn, and we have no text response. Okay, let's get something clear. Agents do not have the knowledge about the weather, they do not know when and where to turn. They just help us process user language and find out what they want, so the bot can help them. Bot then needs to have some extra resources and needs to be able to process the action that is required. So in our case, we would need a backend application that would track user location, have the logic for navigation, or be able to connect to some other service with this logic, and then with that information, build a response for the user. So no, ap.ai is not a magic agent that has all the knowledge bots need. It only knows how to process language. But that is a lot. If we know what the user wants, we can work from there. And you're lucky. In this course, we'll be learning how to create a backend application where you can do all the magic and help the user with whatever you choose your bot will do. So let's check another intent. Click back, and then OK. Click the navigation time. Here again we have some user say examples, and we are collecting more parameters like from, to, amount, and so on, and the action name. Here. OK. If I wanted, I could write a response. Let's say something like approximate time from to would be, and the rest of the string we could add in the backend application. Or we can add another user say, like on the next page. How far is Ljubljana? And we can select Ljubljana and choose this location too. OK. Now we can save the intent like this. So as you can see, after you import the pre-built agent, you can do whatever you please and customize it to fit your needs. You can add new intents, change existing ones until you're satisfied. When you are, you can just move them to your agent. So if I wanted to add these intents to my SmartBabe agent, I would move them to my agent. So click on the intents, hover over them, and now you can check them out. Like this. Now click Move, and in here you can specify if you want to overwrite intents and entities in your existing agent. If I had intents with the same name, checking this would override them, but I don't, so I can check it out. And in here you can select an agent you want these intents to be copied to. So SmartBabe. Well, now I can copy them, but I won't. Well, I don't need them. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use these helpful pre-built agents. So I'll click Cancel. And now I'll click Pre-built agents. What I must warn you also is that all these agents are currently available only in English. So if your bot will know how to set an alarm, manage application, interact with a car, book a hotel, listen to music, or many more, this is what you would use to process the language from the user and get the action you need to process. Again, ap.ai cannot connect to someone's smartphone, deliver food, or translate from Spanish, but it will help you find out what the user wants. Just imagine if you had this kind of agent for your woman's brain, or in my case a man's. You would know exactly what she wants. No more misunderstandings, no more arguments. Wow, that will be something. But for now we need to wait. We cannot connect to someone's brain yet. But we can build incredible bots. So let's do that. Let's see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hi and welcome back. In this video we'll take a look at follow-up intents. So, what are follow-up intents? Well, as the name follow-up suggests, it means they refer to the previous, or if you prefer, the parent intent. In conversation, we often say things like, "Can you show me more?" Or "Go to the next one, please?" Or "Can you repeat?" Or "No, I don't want that, cancel." So ap.ai made it easier for us to create a flow like that. If we use follow-up intents, we don't need to create context and be worried if we set them up correctly. ap.ai does that for us. So in what case would we use follow-up intents? Well, in the following use cases. So anytime a user gives affirmative response, negative response, wants to do something later, cancel the thing he or she is doing, like apply for a job in our case, if he or she wants more information, go to the next or previous item, repeat or select a number. We can even create a custom follow-up intent or set up a callback intent that is triggered if nothing else is. Let's imagine this scenario. So we have a big company now. iPhone 8 is out and it's amazing and people are ordering like crazy. Thank God we have the bot to help us process orders. And what we want to do to even increase sales is add a special offer for 5 years warranty for only $1. Yeah, okay, it's a made-up story. So what we would do first is create an entity here and call it iPhone 8. iPhone 8. Now create synonyms. iPhone 8. iPhone 8. Latest iPhone. And this will do. Now save. Go to intents and create another one. Name it by iPhone 8. Now write to user says, I want to buy the latest iPhone. And write the text response. Would you like extended warranty for just $1? Available only this week too. Okay, like this. Now add action by dot iPhone 8. Now save the intent and go to intents and hover over it. You can see the add follow-up intent. This is what we're looking for, so click on it. We'll add a yes and a no. So first click yes. Click yes. And it's all set up. The context and the user says it's already here. We can just add the text response. So add. Okay. Great. You'll receive your phone with extended warranty in 3 workdays. Like this. Now save the intent. So go to intents, expand follow-up intents, and here it is. As you can see, even follow-up intents can have a follow-up intent. Now add another one. So here, and now I'll choose no. Click on it. And now add a response. Okay, great. You'll receive your phone in 3 workdays. Like this. Now save it. And try it out. Write, I want to buy iPhone 8. Would you like extended warranty? Yes. Okay, great. You'll receive your phone with extended warranty in 3 workdays. Great. Action is now buy iPhone 8, buy iPhone 8, yes. And that's great. And all set up for us. So if we had a backend application, this is the action we would catch and process. And I'll teach you how to do that later, okay? As you can see, follow-up intents come very handy in many cases. In the time of recording this video, follow-up intents are only available in English, but things are changing rapidly. So, see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi and welcome back. One more thing before we publish. If there are some phrases that might match more than one intent, then you can assign a higher priority for the one you want to be assigned first. This is very easy to do. Just click on this circle beside the intent's name and select a priority from a drop-down menu. You can choose from the highest to ignore. So, see you in the next video. Bye bye! Hello and welcome. So, we finished the bot. Congratulations on sticking with me so far. This is the last step. We need to make our bot available for everybody. Your Facebook page is publicly available, but the only person that this bot will currently correspond to is you, because you are the admin. In order to make this bot correspond to everyone, you have to get your Facebook app approved. This might take up to several weeks, but it usually takes just a few days. So what do we need to do? Go to Facebook Developer and click on the app review in the left sidebar. And now check Make your app public. It should be yes. What you also need to do is select a category. We have here everything from business, fashion, lifestyle, news, sports and more. What I'll choose is entertainment. And now click confirm. Now we need to go to Messenger, Settings, scroll down to App Review for Messenger. Now the first option here is page messaging. Click Add to Submission to add it. And it will add it to current submission. Scroll down to find it. Now click the Edit Notes. This will open up a pop-up with several things to do. So first select the page, Smart Babe in my case. So down here you need to tell the Facebook team what is your bot about. So what to do? If you have added many options for your bot to answer, you can check live messaging option here. And you'll need to describe what experience the bot offers. You'll need to describe the example conversation. No matter what option you choose, your bot will be tested to see if the experience fits. So if you select the second option, that is automated replies, then you'll need to add all the messages bot can reply to. I'll write a few sample questions and answers. Note, you need to pause the video and add all possible questions and answers your bot will respond to. I'll write, when will my Mac be delivered? Like this. And the answer will be, your Mac will be delivered in 3 days. And I'll add another one here. When is your store opened? And the answer, it's opened every weekday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like this. And now the last thing. I can give some notes to the review team to help them out. I'll write, this is frequently asked questions, bot for our store. Like this. And let's scroll down. Click on the Save button here. So before we can send to submission, we need to add a few more things. You need to add an app icon, and it should be 1024 pixels times 1024 pixels. You need to set it up. What you also need is a privacy policy link. If you have a website, you can just add a page. If you don't have one, now is the perfect time to create a landing page. And if you don't know what kind of text you need in a privacy policy, I've added a link with a sample. It's here. You need to change the company name and the company email and you'll be all set. And last, you need to add a platform. So click Settings. Now add an icon. I'll add my smart babe. Let's wait a while. Then I'll search for my privacy policy URL. It's on my page chatbotninja.com. I'll copy it and paste it here. And last, we'll add a platform, and we can choose website, like this. And now we can add the link to our page, so chatbotninja.com. Okay, now we can save changes. And now let's go back to app review. And woohoo! The button Submit for Review is now active. We can submit our bot. Let's do it. And now all we can do is wait for Facebook. While we wait, we can plan a strategy on how to promote our bot. Great job! And I'm back. It's only been a few days and I've received developer alert from Facebook team. Now I can go to App Review tab. And yes, our bot is approved and is now public. Woohoo! So this is it. You made it. Your bot is alive. See you in the next video.